Today is the day we begin our climb, and I have to admit, I'm starting to get pretty nervous. Xiaogu tells me that it'll be a piece of cake, that even his grandmother can do it. Of course, his grandma used to hike 2 days just to get rice to eat, so maybe she isn't the frail old dear I first imagined. Either way, no looking back now.
Hi, 云光，介绍一下王大哥。
哎，王大哥，你好，你好。你等一下带这么多东西哦。
对呀。
我够大哎。
哎呀，你要不要背看？你要背？
我应该背不上嘛，这几公斤。这
个还好吧？你可以抬看看。
哦，我连拿起来都拿不起来，还要背上去。
我们一般都是这样子背这些。
是哦。
对，公粮。
After comparing my equipment of potato chips and chocolate to theirs of ice picks and waterproof sleeping bags, I now know what separates the professional hikers from the rest of us. I should have done a little bit more research.
So there's hiking, and then there's hiking. This is all the gear that's going to help me survive in the Jade Mountain region for 4 days in the snow. And as you can tell, it's a lot. But don't worry, I'm set. Alright, let's go. 你也背包那个。
哦，好，那是我的，这是你的。啊 ，OK。第一次爬玉山大概是好像70还是71年的时候，爬玉山大概几百次吧，那200、300次一路跑不掉的。最长曾经1个礼拜上来3趟。 爬山的那一年，会感觉到你心胸有没有会比较感觉宽一点，或什么比较忘掉蛮多的什么忧愁什么那个，你都不会想那么多的啦。山我看得哎蛮空的，那个感觉很好，心情很好这样。
要到那里。
对。
那里还有几公里？
我们到我们今天睡的地方还有6公里，那到白木林那边就是还有大概3公里左右。 加油！
好。At this altitude of just over 2,500 meters, I can already feel the air thinning and the extra weight of the backpack sitting heavy on my shoulders. And this is the easy part. Today's challenge is a gradual but tedious 8.5-kilometer hike towards our goal of Paiyun Lodge, which from here looks terribly far away, beautifully glistening in the sun, taunting me from a distance. I know I'm going to be ready to sing Hallelujah as soon as we reach our first resting spot.
我们快到了吗？
到拍了，快了，还有5公里多。
5公里多。对。5公里多是我们根本还没走到一半。
还没有。
I need to save energy. No talking.
加油！
The mountains of Taiwan are steep cliff drop-offs and oftentimes dangerously inaccessible to mankind. Fires erupting during the dry season are not easily put out, and previous fires have left their marks as Jade Mountain's characteristic white forest. Their haunting beauty makes me want to stop and take photos every 20 seconds. Or maybe that's because I'm just looking for any excuse to stop and rest. At this point, my legs and lungs are protesting and in serious need of a break.
好酸啊！
我们在这烧个水休息一下。
好啊。
这边本身可以看得到主峰了。我现在那个怎么被云遮住的
Oh, I'm still sweating, so the last thing I want to do right now is put on more clothes. But hey, this is part of hiking. This is exhausting.
Simple things we take for granted are luxuries when you have to carry everything yourself. I never expected freshly brewed coffee, but as Wang Dage begins to pull out treat after treat, I'm just about ready to marry this man.
This is probably one of Taiwan's simplest coffee shops. You just kind of boil up some water on your own and then you have coffee. But trust me, this is in no way easy. You want to try yourself? It's better than Starbucks。我慢慢夹。
这边，来，走到这边，
坐下。
喝个茶最好。
对。
Hikers have sometimes had to set up camp at this rest stop out of pure exhaustion, because from this point, the climb only gets harder, only gets steeper. After recharging, I think I'm ready to finish the last leg of this day's arduous hike.
Well, that was a nice break. But when you're up here at 3,000 meters high, it just seems like whatever your break is, it's just not enough. So we're halfway up there, and now we have another half to go. Why do I do this to myself? Okay.
在山里面就是跟爸爸不止打猎，就是有种香菇，然后在那边雇那个香菇，然后边打猎这样子。那整整1个月左右在山里面，小孩子嘛，那就是出来去那个溪边去钓鱼啊，去抓鱼啊，对啊，钓鱼钓到板以后去水里面玩水啊，就是抓鱼啊这样。那回想到那些事情的时候，就会想说，哎，原来以前老人家就是教你这些工作，教你这些怎么样生活，怎么样生存在山上，对。
还要多远？
距离那个大峭壁剩下200公尺，那到我们今天要住的地方排云山庄剩下2公里。
OK。
累不累？很长啊。
很累。
刚好这边现在结冰啊，所以会更长。
而且空气
对会比较稀薄，所以。
That's not a peace sign. That's how much farther we have to go. Peace.
As evening approaches, the weather changes and clouds move in. Though I am awarded with stunning golden sunsets over a sea of clouds, the temperature has now dropped to below 0. So you can understand why the only thought running through my mind is, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
我的腿快软化了。剩200公尺。
差不多。
They've been saying that it's going to be almost there, for the past 5 kilometers.
We finally arrive under cover of darkness. But before I can even let out a sigh of mixed relief and exhaustion, we still have some work to do. While my body is telling me to drop straight down onto something, anything, and stay there for the rest of the week, my grumbling stomach is telling me otherwise. And without a convenience store anywhere, the only way to eat up here is to cut, clean, and cook it yourself. On the positive side, I'm happy to get rid of at least a part of my heavy load in my backpack, because that means less weight to carry tomorrow.
谢谢你们2位。
对，吃一点吧，吃一点哦，这边吃光就好。
哦，这个没问题，绝对没问题。你真的不用带团的，真的可以直接开餐厅。真的，这个比我在家里的时候是
丰盛。
丰盛。呀，哎，来，
谢谢。
再累，然后可以吃这些东西，哦，
不错。
I think this is every hiker's paradise. You're absolutely exhausted. You're at 3,500 meters high. And you can sit down and enjoy a really hot meal. This is actually better than I eat at home. Man, look, there's 8 dishes and a soup and rice. I should do this more often. Actually, no, I shouldn't. This is actually kind of tiring. 哎，先坐下来，再坐下来。
对啊，多吃点啊。
对啊，牛肉。
It's amazing to think that while I'm having my first Jade Mountain dinner indoors, a wild mountain lamb is having his little snack just outside the door. This is just one in a series of awesome surprises that I'm going to have on this trip, and I can't wait to see what else is going to happen. Dinner feels great, but all I want now is a nice, comfy, warm bed, which I'm not going to find here. But to make up for the simple lodgings, I get tucked into my sleeping bag with some bedtime stories from my fellow hiking companions. So instead of counting sheep tonight, I think I'll have fat mountain lambs jumping around in my dreams.